Hello, welcome back to another lesson. In this lesson, we are going to be setting up a virtual machine. And when I say a virtual machine, I mean we are going to be setting up another operating system inside the operating system that runs on your physical machine or on your physical computer. And the new operating system we are going to be setting up is Kali Linux. And we're going to do this with the help of VirtualBox. So that means that by the end of this lesson, you will have a fully functional Kali system running on your computer. And you might be wondering, what is a virtual machine? Think a virtual machine as a computer made of software that lives inside your physical computer. So it's like the computer within a computer. In technical terms, a virtual machine is essentially an application that tricks an operating system into thinking it is running on its own dedicated hardware. Let me put it in a better way. For instance, you are having a whole meat pie or chicken pie. Imagine your physical computer's resources such as CPU, RAM, and storage as that whole pie. A virtual machine is now like cutting a slice of that pie and handing it to a separate and isolated environment. And because it is isolated, whatever happens inside the virtual machine, like a virus or system crash, stays inside the virtual machine. It cannot break your actual physical computer or physical machine. And the VirtualBox in this context is what we call the hypervisor. And we have other examples like VMware, UTM for those that are using Mac. And what hypervisor does is that it helps us create and run the virtual machine, allocate resources between our main system, that is the host, like our physical machine, and the virtual machine, which is the guest. Now that we have a better understanding of virtual machine, let's talk about Kali Linux. You might be wondering, why Kali Linux? Kali Linux is one of the distributions, we can call it a flavor of Linux. And Linux is an operating system, but while Windows and macOS are locked products made by single companies, Linux is built by a global community and comes in many different flavors or distributions. You can also call them distros. Examples are Ubuntu, Fedora, Linux Mint, and Kali Linux that we are considering now. And why are we using the Linux distribution? We are using that because we can change almost anything about how it looks and works. So in simple terms, it is customizable. Also, it is the backbone of the web. Most websites, servers, and even Android phones run on versions of Linux. So now that we understand what the virtual machine is and what Linux is, let's get the demo started. So to start with, you are going to open any of your browsers and type in this link, kali.org/getkali then /Kali platforms, and here you are going to see all of the platforms that are available for you to download. So we have the installer images, virtual machines, and others, but we are more interested in virtual machines because we want our setup to be easy and simple. So you are going to click on virtual machines, and here you are going to see like different virtual machines that exist. Here you can see VMware, VirtualBox, Hyper-V, and Chemo. So what you can do is to click on VirtualBox, and then it starts downloading. So it's a bit heavy, it's about 3.5 gigabytes, so it might take a while for it to download. I already have it downloaded, so I'll cancel this. Now I have my Kali Linux downloaded. So after you have downloaded yours, you will only see this. You won't see this first one, you only see the second one. So for you to see the second one, definitely you have to extract. And for you to extract this, you just right click. You can click on extract all if your personal computer has that. But if it doesn't have that, you can come here and click on show more, and you choose this 7-zip. And amidst the options, you can select extract files. So you can just select that and then it would start extracting. So this might take a while, but you just have to wait for it to finish. If you do not have 7-zip installed already, you can come to your browser and type in 7zip.org, or you check the link in the description. The link is there. You can click it directly from there, and then you come here and download your preferred version. So here you can click on download for this, and then it's going to start downloading. So you can just select it, and once it is done, you can come to your downloads or to the directory where you downloaded it, then double click on it, and then you can go ahead and set it up. So just install it, and you'll be able to use that for your file extraction. And once that is done, you are going to see this. So now we have our Kali Linux extracted, and on this list we are having like different versions. You can see vbox-prev file, you can see the virtual machine definition, and you can see the virtual disk image, which is the VDI file. So one way to install or set up Kali using your VirtualBox is to import this particular one inside your VirtualBox, but that can be stressful sometimes and you might miss some things along the way. So I would suggest a very easier step. And if you have not set up your VirtualBox before now, you can check my previous video or lesson where I explain how you can do that. So now that you have your VirtualBox installed, the next thing we want to do is to just add the Kali Linux as a virtual machine inside the VirtualBox. So what you can just do is to select any of the ones that is having the virtual machine definition, just double click on it, and then it is going to automatically get set up inside your VirtualBox. So let's do that now. You double click and then you wait for your VirtualBox to come up. So you are going to see something like this: creating process for virtual machine Kali Linux 1/2. So you're going to wait for it, and now you can see that it is starting by itself. So you're going to hit enter and wait for it to load well. Now our Kali is starting, so you can close this. Yes, our Kali is ready now. So what we can do is to type in our password. The default username and password are Kali and Kali. Kali for username and Kali for password. So then you type in Kali for these two. You can change your password later. Then you allow it to come up. Now we have our Kali Linux set up as a virtual machine inside our VirtualBox. So to test whether our Kali Linux is functioning well, we can just come here and click on this terminal, and this will open. Then so we can type who am I, so which can give us like our default username in Kali, like our username in Kali. The moment you change your username, then it is going to be showing your username here. Also, you can type another one, which is like uname, and this is going to output the name of the operating system that you are using, including the version of the operating system that you are using. You can see that we are using Linux, and then the distribution is Kali, and then this is the version. Congratulations, your lab is now ready. You've been able to set up your own virtual machine inside the VirtualBox. That's all for this lesson. If you're yet to subscribe to our channel, please do that now. Also, do not forget to like, share, and comment. I will personally like to know what you've learned in this lesson in the comment section. Thank you, and see you in the next lesson.